Welcome back, everybody. Did I beat you? Or were you going to say something?
I was waiting to see if you were going to try to beat me. And
Did I beat you? Did I get you? I don't know.
You did. Only because I let you.
I would I feel like you did. I don't feel like you tried to jump on it, because if you were really motivated to jump on it, you would have jumped on it.
You got a good point.
Is it a good point?
Yeah.
Or do you just feel like not fighting this fight? You're just picking your battles.
Picking my battles. It's not
like this is not important. Let's not
it.
put any energy into this.
I don't even know what I look like on the camera. Hopefully it's good. I have a history of looking like shit.
Really? What's that history like? Have you always looked like that, or does it ebb and
all
flow?
the way back when I can remember.
As soon as I came out of the womb, the doctor was like,
I come from a family of shit, so it just runs in the... No, I'm kidding. I don't know how much of my family might see this, but I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
And my family will see mine too, so try not to get too personal about anything.
So what have you been up to?
Too personal. I've been... well, first of all, if I haven't been at the gym working out with you, or the shred shed, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know what it is anymore. The shred shed, and dude, today's workout was, and it's one of the easier. Our workouts are kind of a little bit easier, but today, man, just
when
the
it's
heat.
17,000 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was like 94 degrees out, and the shed amplifies that because it doesn't have any insulation. And you just have a fan and a portable air conditioner.
Which some people would say that's better.
What's that?
Sweat it out.
It is.
It's being
no,
hot.
it is. It is a lot better. But
sometimes you feel like you're going to pass out.
Well, sometimes, you can, though. That's the thing. You just make sure you drink a lot of water. And
you need air? No, I'm good. I need to sweat it out.
Exactly.
You just fucking pass out.
Exactly. But I felt like I was going to pass out today, man. Like, and I didn't even do, I haven't been doing like really heavy weightlifting.
I was a little late, and you were already half.
I was dead.
So then this was really late then. If I was going
Dude.
You were already pretty much halfway through it, and you were already sweating buckets. I was like,
dying, man. It was, oof. I literally looked like I jumped in the pool. Literally.
I don't know how many people, I don't know if you do this or not, but like I try not to run the AC in my car as much as possible.
Me too.
Because like it makes your engine work harder, right? Like,
you spend more gas.
Like, right. So,
and it's just something else that's going to break down the more you use it. You'll run out of Freon or something will break.
At my place of residence, I park in a parking garage. So I'm, for the most part, protected from like when you park outside and it's just hot as fuck and you get in your car, especially if like any leather surfaces or like my shift knob is like steel, like metal. So it gets like I can't even shift gears. Like when I have to do the whole two, 3 finger thing because it's so hot because it's just a metal ball.
Because it's too hot. Yeah.
So sometimes if I'm in like a parking lot and I park there for like long, it's just a pain. Anybody who drives a stick that has a metal shift knob should be able to relate to this struggle. But when I'm at home,
don't you have like an eraser top you can put on it to, like maybe fur?
An eraser top?
Like an eraser top to
fur?
Yeah, like a fur eraser top to put on top of it.
What are you trying to say, Ron? I would be the one with a fur fucking.
If it was a troll or a dreadlock troll,
that might be kind of cool.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool shit.
They make stuff like that. I mean, I know they
should like, now.
I know they make like the ones you can twist off and like customize your like. Your
but do they make like a
cover?
Yeah, like that
with different like characters or something.
Exactly. See,
I'll have to look that up.
I would like to. I would invest in a boy cat one, if there was.
Oh, if you could like send off like a photo or something like, hey, make it look like this.
Could make like just a round thing, but with the face, and it doesn't even have to be exact.
I just had the most morbid thought in my head ever.
Uh-oh. What is it?
I don't know if I want to say it.
We can always cut it later. Probably
no, but this is like you, personal. I'm not worried about you cutting it for these fucks.
Oh, what is it?
No, like...
Well, I can cut it.
No, I was going to say, or when Boy Cat dies, which hopefully that's not till like 50,000 years from now.
Right.
You can stuff him and his head can just be And it's like you're petting
His
him when
skull.
you're shifting. It's like, oh, that's terrible. I had that idea. Does that mean something's wrong with me?
Yeah,
like,
but
that's the
that's
first thing that popped in my head. Like, oh, just stuff his head and put it on your shift knob. That's
my
horrible.
type of humor, though.
That's horrible.
I was telling Aunt Rhonda the other day in the gym that I was going to get him stuffed. And she was like, no, stop. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that.
Weird name for that, taxidermy.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean? Like, you can't just say stuffed.
I'm sure there's a genealogy that shows
Taxidermy.
exactly what genealogy.
I'm a taxidermist.
I'm sure there's.
I don't even know if that's what they're called.
I'm sure there's. Yeah. It's like a taxidermy
Taxidermist.
shop. Oh, I don't know.
Like, if that's your
See,
profession.
this is where we need Jamie on his own computer because we're recording.
And you
on
know
this
they
one.
walk around calling themselves doctors. You know
Yeah.
they do.
What?
You know they do.
What's the word?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermist?
Taxidermist. It's
What
like
is
dentist.
someone who practices
You know, I'm a
taxidermy?
I guess. Yeah. What are they called?
What are they called? What are a taxidermist? I would think that it's a
You
taxidermist.
know they're going to call themselves doctors.
I swear I. Why?
Because
Do
that's
you
what,
have to be a doctor to do that?
No, but that's
What
what,
about-
like dentists or like veterinarians.
What about an embalmist?
Which I would say vets are pretty much doctors. They're just doctors for animals.
They have to cover a lot of different animals.
But
Dentists, like,
you know,
what-
I'm a doctor.
what's your beef with
No, you're
with
not a
dentists?
doctor.
Dentists aren't
And
doctors.
I think dentists are. You have to be a fucked up individual
to be in the teeth.
do the shit that you. Number one, like it's just gross inside of your mouth, and you're fucking with people's teeth and the blood and the gums and all that.
Yeah, and there's just so
But
much.
then you are comfortable inflicting that much pain on somebody. I don't give a fuck if you're numb or knocked out. It's like people are scared to go to the dentist for a reason, or not. If you're scared, you just don't like it. And it's like, I feel like dentists are like, oh, I'm just okay. I got nothing to worry about. And it's like they're totally fine fucking you up.
Well, it's less invasive than actual surgery.
What are they called?
The taxidermy is derived from the Greek word taxis and derma. Taxis means arrangement, and derma means
Death.
Stuff.
Skin.
So skin arrangement.
So it's literally a skin. There you go. There's a genealogy to it. Thank you, Ralph. See, that's pretty interesting.
I'm a skin arrangementist.
A taxidermist sounds
I'm a
better.
yeah.
I think taxidermist.
Well, in that case, it does.
That sounds. I think that might be one of the. So they probably used to say that, and that was the actual thing. So, but when that vernacular traveled around, people probably didn't want to say I'm a skin arranger, so they had to be like, what's like an old, what's an old Greek way?
What do you do for a living?
Skin arranger, taxidermist.
I'm a skin arranger.
I'm a taxidermist. So what do you?
Bartender next,
So what does a taxidermist do? Well, when you have a loved one and they die, I take their skin and I arrange it onto a model that's
like,
similarly.
You remember your dog Milo? Yeah. You're welcome. How did you know his name? I stuffed the little fucker. But this is how our brains work, right? Back to my original story about me parking in a parking garage. We went from me parking in a parking garage to stuffing dead animals. It all ties in.
Because you're thinking about
Boy
my cat dying.
which I don't, because as I look, people can't see this, but I look at the selfie. I look at the selfie picture that Boy Cat took of himself. Boy Cat took that of himself. He learned how to use a phone, and he took that selfie. It looks like his arm's up. You see that? He's like, yeah, do it for the gram.
Like, selfie.
And he even makes that face. He even has
Yep.
that face. It's like,
Yep. Exactly.
That's like the face you make when you don't know how to do take a selfie. Not that
Exactly.
I'm a selfie expert or anything, but
I take the worst selfies. That's why I don't smile, because if it's not a real, legitimate smile from me, it looks like
yeah, I don't.
smile.
It's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't say people go, you never smile in your pictures. It's like, what am I supposed to do?
What am I smiling about?
Like,
People don't just
smiles-
walk around. If you walk around smiling all the time, people think you're a
You're
weirdo.
fucking
How
crazy.
have you? How many times have you seen people who wouldn't stop smiling in public, and you thought, there might
Something's
be
wrong with them.
Yeah. So, you were talking about when you were cooking and that smell hits you right in the face.
No, not to
So
smell the heat.
The heat hits you right in the face. And sometimes when I got the visual, whenever you said that, like whenever you're baking something really good and you open it up and the smell hits you and it just Yeah, the heat's there, but it just smells
But sometimes,
amazing.
like, when the heat's, like, drop kicking you in the face, it's, like, hard
It's
to
too
get
much.
that smell. It's
Well,
like,
Jimmy, you
smell
can't
the
open
heat.
it up and then put your face.
Nah,
Open it up.
I don't.
Count to 4.
Okay,
1, 2, 3,
I don't know
4.
if I count.
And,
But
and then put your little head down.
I don't open it up like, "Ah." It's like, I don't do that. I crack it. No, what I do. Okay, time out. What I do is I crack it.
Ding! Oh my God!
And it just climb inside with the food.
My eyes!
No, I open it and I'll just wait for a couple seconds and then I do whatever I got to do. See, I have a window thing on so I don't have to open it to look at the food. I can just turn on the little light and peek in there and cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't have to open it to like look at it.
Right.
But no, I mean, but that's how hot it is. Like that, and that's what it feels like outside. So it's just and you can't like it's. Excuse me, fuck. So unprofessional.
Yeah, right. It's disgusting.
It's funny because like you
Because you burped?
in the
It's
winter.
not that
no,
funny.
not
It's a
the
burp.
I'm over the fucking burp. No, I'm over the burp.
He's
I'm saying it's funny.
Look at how cool Jimmy is. I look at me, guys. I don't care.
Except for the guy right before we started rolling sound, all this let out the biggest burp I've ever heard in my life.
I probably did.
As part of a sound check. How does this sound?
It worked.
No, I'm saying like when it's cold outside, you're like, God damn it, fuck, I can't wait for summertime. Then when it's summer, you're like, God, it's too fucking hot. You can't get away.
Yeah.
I prefer winter, even though it gets so fucking stupid cold. You just but at least you can add more layers, right? You can always put more on.
Right.
At some point, you got to stop taking shit off.
Right.
Otherwise, you're illegal.
Okay.
Like, it becomes illegal. Like, you can't just walk around naked.
Right.
And even if you could, I feel like it'd still be hot. You still would be like,
Probably.
fuck, I can't get out of this. It's so hot. It's fucking stupid. I can't say it. The heat makes me mad.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the oven. So when you open it up and the heat hits you, sometimes it's a smell. What is some of your best foods? So like we've done this whole this big change since the coronavirus. It was kind of like the coronavirus deal where we'd go out there in the shred shed, and we've been talking about it on the show a lot. So we've very obviously, and I didn't really change my lifestyle, but I've definitely have changed my lifestyle because I run way more than I was. I stretch way more than I was. I do it. There's a lot of different things that I'm doing way more than I previously was. So I always had good, healthy routines, but they weren't they still weren't as healthy as they could be. It wasn't optimized to be the best. Right. So when we're thinking about like optimizing our progress in the gym, one of the biggest and probably the biggest challenge that people have is what you're eating. It's eating. It's that's a huge challenge because we're wired to want that very easy sugary energy that burns very quickly, but if you don't really need it and you're not exercising, you're not exerting that energy, if you're not burning those calories are just going to turn into fat.
Or pizza. I'm wired to always want pizza. I can't get fucking if we were ever to sit, I don't know what the fuck scenario we'd ever be in to be in this situation, but if you're like, you don't eat one thing for the rest of your life, fuck it, pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit, pizza. But but see, like, it's different for me because you were asking me what my go-to dishes.
What have you changed? What you're eating?
God,
have you
yes.
changed any of like your food habits? So what have you changed
dramatically? Literally everything. And what I mean by literally everything is like for a while, man, fuck. It's excuse me, I'm going to sound like I'm some like recovering alcoholic, but it's about food. Because like not that I'm making fun of alcoholics, but like I'm just saying like
it's an addiction.
I just got to a point where I didn't give a fuck what I was eating. I'd just eat and I would fuck. It didn't matter. Like I just pizzas every day, fucking sodas, and I'd go to Sheetz and get a bunch of fried cheese shit and just fucking cheese. Like, oh my God, cheese is my weakness. And or like donuts. Like I'd go to those fresh donut places where they make it in front of you and they get those hot donuts. Like it was just any and every unhealthy. And here's the funny thing about it. I don't eat meat, right? I'm not vegan. I am vegetarian. So for those who may not know the difference, briefly, vegans don't consume anything from an animal. They don't nothing. If it comes from an animal, if it touches a fucking animal, they don't fuck with it. Like they don't wear leather, wool, silk. They don't drink milk. They don't eat eggs. Nothing. Like vegetarians, like some don't eat eggs, or some do. I do eat eggs. I only eat like the vegetarian fed, free range, like organic type eggs, because at least I'm just the chickens walking around just popping out eggs. Mm-hmm. They still get to run around and live their lives. They're not going to get killed or
they're
anything.
Not sitting with giant breasts.
They're not injecting them with all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? So it's just regular old chickens out there popping eggs out. And I don't drink milk. I've never been a milk drinker, but I do eat products with milk in it, like cheese. We were talking about cheese. And it's so funny. And so I just wanted to clarify, like, those that might not know the difference between vegan and vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for about 4 years now. And it's funny because, like, some people go like, oh, you must feel a lot better. You must be, is that because you wanted to lose weight? It's like, no. I never became a vegetarian because I wanted to lose weight or for health reasons. I did it for more personal reasons. But you could be just as unhealthy, on a vegan, even vegans. You can be a fat, disgusting, unhealthy vegan. Mm-hmm. It's very easy because you eat everything but meat.
Right.
It's not like fucking cake. You know what I mean?
Or meat products, I guess.
Just anything. Like you can still eat. So I've changed. Like I've done it before. A couple of years ago, but I just recently got back into counting my macros. And so figuring out your daily maintenance calories, subtracting, whatever your number is to get into a caloric deficit, finding out your protein, fat, and carbs for the day, tracking everything. I mean, there's a lot of apps out there that like help you with that. But that's I just use pen and fucking paper, not because I'm old school, but because some of the apps, they got too many ads or they're just too difficult for me to understand, and I don't care enough to try to figure it out. So
and do you really want to be tethered to the app?
So I have a notebook in the drawer in my like your junk drawer in your kitchen. Everybody has a fucking junk drawer. So I have a notebook and I will write for that day. And again, I just started doing this again, but I will write down like the fucking date. It's just like tracking your fucking workouts in the fucking gym. You know what I mean? Like you write down your days. I weigh in after I use the bathroom in the morning when I wake up. I weigh myself to get my weight for that day, and I just track my food. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and then I also prep my meals for a couple days out. I try to anyway. Some weeks I don't prep. I'll just cook on the fly. But other weeks I do prep for several days. And I know exactly how much protein, carb, and fat I have in those meals. And I like cooking, right? And actually we got a special announcement coming towards the end of this episode about cooking. But I do enjoy cooking, so it's not some people are like, oh, it's too much work, and oh, I have time for that. I'd just rather fucking pay $150 a day to have meals fucking shipped to my house. And it's like, those meal prep companies are great. I don't understand how the fuck people have that much money to spend on this shit, because it's so fucking expensive. But if you do, more power to you. But I have fun cooking, so I don't mind making my meals, but to get back to your original, because I kind of trailed off a little bit.
A lot.
Well, I'm explaining.
Okay, keep going.
What my process is now, how I've changed my lifestyle, in coordination with what we're doing in the gym, because eating is fucking 80% of it, 80-20. That's what I swear to God, it's like 80%
like my
what
beef.
You eat, 20 like your beef.
I get the 80-20 beef. Sometimes 90-10, but
what you eat, and the 20% is fitness. So yeah, I mean, I've really fine-tuned what I've been eating, and how I look at food.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, because a lot of people look at food as like an emotional thing. Like, you know, you get sad, you eat.
It is emotional. Yeah, it's very emotional with people, especially when they're going through something, and then it just gives you some type of a comfort because you feel good when you eat it. Yeah. You know, of course, you always feel good when you eat it. I always feel good whenever I eat. My first meal of the day, I feel amazing after that, and
so I'm
ready for that food.
What do you do?
So I do a lot. So I've changed a lot actually. So we're going back to what we've changed since we've started with the coronavirus. So I changed the timing that my meals were. So I started with intermittent fasting, and I practiced with doing like fasting for like 16 hours, fasting for 18 hours, having these little 8-hour windows, 6-hour windows. It helped me find a better strategy for the diet that I have anyway. So I do a high protein, high vegetable diet, very low carbs, pretty basic stuff. But I was having a lot of problems losing weight because I wouldn't let my body clear out the food that I had in me. So looking back at it, the 3 months previous to the coronavirus, I started in January running again, and I was doing that very often. But whenever we started doing the training, I figured that I really wanted to take it serious because every time I would get into shape, but I wouldn't really get into the shape that I really wanted to until I would take it easy. Right. So this time I figured I'd be like, no, I'm going to commit myself for a year and just run every single day. And now, given I don't run every single day, but I run almost every single day.
But you were telling me the other day that ever since you started doing that, you feel fucking amazing.
I feel amazing because so I've got myself to a certain point where I feel like if I miss a couple of days, I start to lose. So I need to do my normal runs just to keep myself at this level. Now, I'm basically maintaining myself at this level right now, so I have to be more creative with the way that I'm doing my runs, which I normally do. Sometimes I'll do 30 minutes straight. Sometimes I'll do 5 minutes, 5-minute rounds with 1 minute of walking. Yeah. So 5-minute runs, walk for 1 minute, rest a little bit, and then 5 minutes. Sometimes we'll do the hill sprints just to give a good variety of different types of workouts for your body so you can get used to adapting.
Yeah, because you always want your body to keep up. Like, you don't want to get too comfortable. It's the same shit in the fucking gym. You don't want to do the same exact workout forever because at some point your body, you need to shock it. You need to get it like, oh shit, I thought we were doing this. No, we're not.
Exactly.
We're doing something else. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, that's awesome. And I've been running a lot more now. And that was something I typically did not do. Cardio, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
A lot of people don't like that. Cardio?
Fuck
you that. Mean lift faster?
Yeah, lift more weight quicker, lift less weight quicker. I don't understand what you're saying to me right now.
Not
the
cardio.
Fuck is a treadmill? You know what I mean? Like, but I found that it's almost therapeutic, man. And I know that sounds so cliche.
It's
like,
meditation.
Oh, is it therapeutic? But I go out on the fucking trails and I run out in the woods and in the trails. I don't just go in the woods and run, but like on a trail. Yeah. And it's just, you get the birds and the fucking breeze and the trees, and it's fucking great, man. Like I've found that it's like me time. I'm away from everybody. I just get to go out, you know, and just run. You know what I mean? And now I don't do like I don't time it. I will run until it's like, God damn, I can't anymore, and then I'll slow it down and I'll walk until I catch my breath again.
Right.
And then I'm like, all right, I've been walking too much. Let's go. And then I'll start running again. I'll just keep running. And it's cool because when you're on a trail, it's uphill, downhill, turns, and got to jump over this and watch out for this. So I feel like it's more challenging than just running down the sidewalk.
Right.
Nah, hey, look, if that's all you got, do it. You know what I mean? Running is running. But I do like the challenges running on a trail gives your body. So,
well, that's a thing that they say too. So if you're running a familiar path that you do all the time, you burn less calories than you do whenever you're avoiding obstacles, running in a new place, looking at different scenery, taking in different things, because your brain's working a little bit more as well.
Right.
So you're technically burning more calories. I don't know how many calories that would be, and you know, I'm sure that'd be interesting to test.
Number, but
is it really worth it? Who knows? Yeah. But I've seen that around, you know, and you see a lot of different things like that around. So Yeah, so we've done the diet. The intermittent fasting's helped. I cut like pretty much all my carbs. Anytime I have a burger, I get rid of the bread and just have the burger.
I was
or
gonna
do
ask
some
you,
type of a wrap.
Well, do you have any staple foods that you eat consistently that are in line with your
Chicken,
diet?
fish, steak, salad, broccoli, mixed vegetables,
Yeah.
pizza.
You gotta have the pizza in there. Gotta and like that's the thing though. Like a lot
But
of
that's
people
most of
think
it.
you can't eat shit. You can sometimes, dude. Eat a donut. Eat pizza.
Just relax.
It's
Don't make
okay.
it that big of a deal.
It's okay.
For me, it helps it to make it not that big of a deal.
Right.
And usually I don't, when I'm done with it, it's not really, I don't crave it after that anyway. I'm like, kind of done with it.
I've had it where I have been good all week, eating clean, and then I'll take Saturday night or something like that, and I'll fucking knock out a whole pizza, a couple of beers,
Yeah.
a couple of beers, something sweet,
Yep.
fuck it, it's a party.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly,
I mean?
exactly.
And then the next day I'll wake up and I'll weigh myself, and I'm less than I was the day before.
Right.
And I've been like,
Isn't
how
that
the
weird?
fuck does that work? I have a whole pizza in me
Yep.
right now. Not trying to get too graphic here, but I'm just saying I have a whole pizza inside of me right now, and I weigh a half a pound less than what I weighed yesterday when I woke up, and I've been eating clean all week.
That's why it's
but
so
that
weird.
just goes to show you, like, consistency is always
Consistency. But it's just
big
like with
word.
you just got the weigher, what's that thing called?
I got a scale.
A scale. That's
A
a word.
weigher.
I cannot remember any
gonna call
words
it-
recently, man.
we're
I
gonna
cannot
call
remember
scales
any words.
weighers now.
Yeah, these weighers. So you
These weigher gimmicks.
you just got a new weigher.
I did not.
And
I got new batteries for it.
Okay, so but it gives you your body fat percentage and it gives you
No, now that I need to get.
what does it give you?
It just how much your fat ass weighs.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of people, like if you guys do want, they got a wide variety. Because I'm fucking plugging Amazon here, but you go to fucking Amazon, but they give you like your body fat percentages and all that stuff, and it kind of has like this app that you can download on your phone and you can track everything. So that's next step, is getting one of those. So, but right now I will get by with having a normal old fucking digital scale. And I put batteries in it, so I know what I weigh. I know what my macros are. I got my food scale. I've had my food scale.
Right.
It was dead too.
But that's going to
So-
But that's going to be a good thing, so you can actually see the ebbs and flows of your weight.
Yeah.
And then you're going to see you go up a little bit, down a little bit, up
yeah.
a little bit, down a little
Sure.
bit, and then you want to catch it lower on that wave.
Yeah, like I was a pound and a half more today than I was yesterday when I weighed myself, and I'm like, motherfucker. Of course, I know it's going to fluctuate. That pound. It was like, it was about a pound and a half, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Some of that's probably water, whatever bullshit, and but that's the thing. Like when you're counting, and everybody has their own method, and whatever works for you at the end of the day, go with it. But I like fine tuning it and being able to really deep dive. Number crunching when it comes to like your food. It's like some people say, oh, it's too much work. I think it's kind of fascinating. I can really tune it and really dig into it and go, okay, my weight was this yesterday and I had this to eat. Okay, but if I'm counting my macros, I know I'm eating what I'm supposed to eat every day. So I know I've hit all my numbers for the day. I'm okay, cool. Let's
Right.
go. We do the same thing tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Boom, boom,
Right.
boom. So it's like, for me that works. And for what we're doing in the shred shed and just everything that's been going on, I feel like you can't just make changes in one area. Like if you're going to commit to this, you got to make sure everything around that is also in line and set up to make you successful. Because if you do this and then you're fucking shitting the bed on every other area
Right.
of life, it's like, you're not doing yourself any favors.
No, not any favors at all. That's the big thing about it. You're not doing yourself any favors.
Yeah.
You just have to be disciplined and be creative with the healthy things that you're trying to do.
For sure. And your mind plays tricks on you.
All the time.
You'd be sitting there like, I'd be at like a fucking like red light, I mean, there's a fucking Pizza Hut over there, and I'm like, do I, you know what, Jimmy, you've been doing good for a couple of days. What the fuck's one pizza gonna do? No, Jimmy had pizza 2 days ago. I was like the angel and the devil thing on my shoulder. I have the angel over there telling me, no, Jimmy.
There's a lot of calories, though, man.
pizza
It's a
2
lot of
days
calories. Your
ago.
body needs calories.
It's okay,
but
man. Carbs are good. Yeah, it's oh man, one pizza. Come on, have fun. You could die tonight. Who cares?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So it's like, I gotta just fucking. You got to be disciplined.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. So it is discipline. but it is your brain wants to make you lazy. Your brain is always working against you. And so like whenever you do something, whenever you learn to do something and you repeat that pattern repetitively, your brain starts looking for shortcuts in order to make it a little bit easier and a little bit faster. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Whenever that happens, like whenever it comes to running, whenever it comes, like I have this problem because I get bored, not necessarily bored, but every single day it gets monotonous because I'm trying to make sure that I stay on top of my runs, but I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing my damn run today, man. But it's early in the morning, but it's better for me to get it out of the way. I might as well get it out of the way and I don't have to worry about it. I have this little 10 to 15 minute debate with myself before I even go. When the best thing for me to do, and I could sit here and say, the best thing for you to do is to go. But even sometimes I'll just sit there and I haven't convinced myself to not do it because then it's at the back of your mind all day and I don't want to deal with that.
Anytime I don't do what I'm supposed to do during the day, it weighs on me all day. Like I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Do your job. You know what you're supposed to do. Do it.
Do it.
That's the key. Is it's the old Nike ad.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just
brilliant.
Fucking do it.
That's what you don't need anything.
Do it.
You don't need anything else than that.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the main things. But the diet's been coming along, and like, I don't know, man. Like you always tell me about like your little bullshit vegetarian dishes that you make, and like,
my bullshit.
and like. Well, I only say that because it's really hard for me because you talk about. So I believe you when you say that it does have the protein and it does. So I know that like technology's a lot better. Everything's a lot better right now. I don't think that it tastes as good as you say.
So, but here's the funny thing about it is that vegan or vegetarian meat alternatives have come a long way.
Right.
Like,
Gone
that's
are
a big
the
thing. Days of eating black bean fucking burgers. Those things are
tofu.
Fucked. I don't. Now here's the thing. Tofu.
Oh, somebody likes tofu.
I still like tofu because tofu is like a sponge, right? And here's the thing. You got to have some sense of. You got to know how to cook, man. At the end of the day, you got to know how to be creative with food, right? I was saying earlier, I enjoy cooking, so tofu's like a sponge, man. You know what I mean? So whatever you soak it in, it's going to soak that flavor up. And there's so many ways to cook it. You can pan fry it, sear it, whatever the fuck. You can bake it in the oven. You can whatever the fuck. You could bread it and deep fry it if you really want. It soaks up whatever. It's like a sponge, right? But no. So going back to the high protein stuff, like yeah, man, you'd be surprised. So I don't know if a lot of people out there watching this are familiar with the brands like Beyond, Impossible, etc. Yeah, so like Burger King has the Impossible Whopper. You know, everybody's heard about that. Dunkin' has the Beyond Sausage Breakfast Sandwich. Places like Fridays and Cheesecake Factory and a bunch of
Burger King. Even Burger King has them.
Restaurants.
And I remember whenever Ralph, Stefan, and I went to where was it? What was the name of the big waterfall? It was one of our YouTube shows, but we went to see the largest waterfall in Maryland, which is Muddy Creek Falls.
Muddy Creek Falls.
We went to see Muddy Creek Falls, which is, if you have not seen that episode, go back on my YouTube page, check out the Muddy Creek Falls episodes. We have 4 episodes, 1 on the way there, 3 of us there. It was Muddy Creek Falls. On the way back, we were hungry, and we stopped by Burger King, and Adam and I got our normal burgers, and we took the bun off and ate a salad instead of the fries, and did our normal thing. And Stefan got a Beyond Burger, and he was like, "Hey, man, give it just Impossible Burger." It wasn't Beyond Burger; it was an Impossible Burger.
That's what Burger King has.
Yep, it was Impossible Burger, and he was like, "Just give it a taste." Yeah. I remember tasting it and thinking that it was pretty good.
Yeah, like if I gave it to you,
I probably wouldn't know.
You would probably think they just cooked it too long, or
right?
Something like that.
It might be just.
I got a funny story.
Difference.
So, a friend of mine, we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts one morning, and he wanted to get a so to try to keep the story on track here. We stopped at Dunkin', and we go through the drive-through. I ordered what I was getting, and then he looked at the menu and he goes, "Get me the Beyond Sausage." And I was like, and I asked him, I was like, why do you want that? He was like, I just want a sausage sandwich. And I was like, and in my head, I'm like, oh, he doesn't know. He asked for the Beyond sausage sandwich. And I'm like, why do you want it? He was like, I just want a sausage.
So you were ordering it.
No. I didn't order it. He did.
Oh, so he just saw Beyond Sausage.
He saw Beyond Sausage Sandwich, and
but
he thought it was sausage
sandwich.
So I was like, oh, he doesn't know. So I kept the rib. I kept the rib going. I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, all right, yes, ma'am. I'll take a Beyond Sausage. Okay, that'd be 16. Whatever the fuck. We get it, and I've known this person for years. They know hardcore vegetarian, whatever the fuck hardcore vegetarian means. But
you're hardcore,
hardcore vegetarian. But so he gets it and he fucking unwraps it, and I go, he takes a bite out of it. I was like, it's good. He's like, yeah. He was weirded out, like, why do you keep asking me this shit?
Yeah, what is your
deal?
Like,
I was like, is it good? And he was like, yeah, it's really good. I was like, do you mind if I see it for a second? And without thinking, he's like, yeah. And I took it, and I just took a big ass bite out of it. He was like, what are you doing?
He's like, you just
That's
ruined your
sausage. What are you? Oh my God. And I'm like, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh my God. And then I took another bite. He's like, stop eating my sandwich. And I'm like, I'll buy you another one. Fuck you. You know what I mean? And I give it back. He's like, why did you eat that? And I'm like, what did it say? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, when you ordered it, what did it say? And he was like, Beyond. And before he even got the whole Beyond word out, he goes, Beyond. Oh, shit. I was like, you fucking idiot. You know what I mean? He's like, I got him. You know what I mean? Like, he thought I was eating meat again.
Totally.
So, again, it goes to show you, like, it's come so far.
Right. You got him.
But here's the thing, dude. You go to any fucking market. I challenge anybody out there, some bro that's like, oh, yeah, but you can only get your protein, fucking beef. You know what I mean? Probably like this guy. You know what I mean? But
it's true.
Go to any store, because they all got it now.
100%.
Whatever your
100%.
It's maybe not 100%. I don't think it's 100%. It's not 100%. It's not 100%. Go to any store.
I didn't say anything.
Go to any. They got Food Lions, Giants, whatever your local market, whatever the fuck you're living. You know, so you got Giant or whatever the fuck. Go to any grocery store and go to the meat wall, like the meat department, and there's always a plant-based section now. Mm-hmm. And they got all these different brands, whether it be Beyond or Impossible or whatever the fuck other brands are out there. And you can read the back of it. Look at the protein in it. You know what I mean? Like the Beyond burgers that we had the other day, it was like 24 grams of protein per patty or something like that.
Which is pretty much like a legit patty.
And I will pick up a pack of raw beef, actual beef, and a pack of a pound of the plant-based beef.
Right.
And most of the time, the protein per serving size, which the serving sizes are usually the same, is higher in protein. So I get all my protein from sources like that. I also make something called seitan. No, not like my Lord and Savior, Satan, but no, just kidding.
Not like my Lord and Savior.
But it's called seitan. It's not spelled like Satan. It's like Saitan or something like that. And it is made from vital wheat gluten, which is just pure. It's like 85% fucking protein. You just mix it with some water, some seasoning, whatever the fuck. You form it. It's like a dough. It gets all stretchy. You cook it. You can cut it up, and it's like meat. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. It's stupid easy to make. So, and it's way cheaper than buying pre-packaged, already made seitan.
Okay.
So I bought the big bag of vital wheat gluten, and I have my seasonings that I like to put in it. You know, no sodium or anything like that, just like regular seasoning or whatever. And I'll make a big batch of it, and I could just cut that bitch off. And I'll make chicken strips or whatever the fuck I want to make out of it. It's super high in protein, so that's where I get my protein from, and it's so easy. And I tell you what, so it's funny too. So all your questions are soon going to be answered, because a segment that we have coming your guys' way, segment, show, whatever you want to call it, something new that we're going to try out is, like I said earlier, I like to cook. And me and Ron have been friends for a long time, and Ron is a meat eater. I am not. He may be a little skeptical about some things. I'm not skeptical because I've had meat and I've been living the vegetarian lifestyle, so I know both sides. We're going to do like a fun cooking show. So, you know, so basically what I mean by that, I know you can go on YouTube and everybody's got recipes for fucking everything out there. But I feel like plant-based recipes for the type of stuff that we do isn't in abundance out there. I feel like, you know, yeah, they got vegan channels and vegetarian YouTube channels where they're cooking and prepping and doing all that. Then you got your bodybuilding and fitness channels where they're fucking prepping chickens and steaks and all that stuff. And it's like, but I don't know, I haven't seen very much content with a vegetarian or vegan, like, active fitness, bodybuilding, whatever lifestyle.
Right.
So we're going to have that coming. We are going to start filming this week, and hopefully we'll have a show out next week. We are going to tackle first item on the menu is something that we both like. We're going to do a healthy, high protein, low carb pizza. So that's on the menu, and it's going to be,
I love pizza,
and it's going to have meat on it. Meat.
Right.
My kind of meat.
As long as it has protein.
Very high in protein. And when I say like high protein, low carb pizza, you're like, well, how the fuck is it low carb?
How does that work? That hurts my brain.
Well, tune in. Stay tuned. It's going to be on our YouTube channel, which is not the Spitting Venom YouTube channel. It's going to be the Paul Jordane YouTube channel. Until
we start a Sindred and Jordane YouTube channel.
So right now I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to
definitely
we're going to take you guys along with us. If any of you guys out there, because I love watching Food Network. I'm the biggest Guy Fieri fan on the planet. I can watch that blonde hair crazy fucker literally 24 hours a day. I love that guy. He's like my spirit animal.
Flavor Town.
Is
he that guy?
Yeah, Flavor Town. I fucking love him. But I thought it'd be so much fun since I like cooking. We're into fitness, changing our diets, our lifestyles, doing all this stuff. I'm a vegetarian. You're not. Fuck. Let's have fun with this, and let's also show our audience that, like, you know, fuck, oh shit, I didn't know you could do that. I'm not, and again, this isn't to convince him to be a vegetarian. It's nothing like that.
I'm just tasting it.
And it's not to convince any of you guys out there to be vegetarians. I don't give a fuck. You can eat steak on top of me. I don't care. It's not like that for me. I mean, I don't know why you would eat steak on top of me. But I'm just saying you could if you wanted to.
I was wondering.
It's good.
Don't let that go by. What? You can eat steak on top of me.
If you wanted to use
and you
me
wouldn't care
as a table.
You wouldn't care.
And you wanted to slice your steak up. Just don't cut too hard. Okay, I got my skin underneath,
not one little iota in you would be like, maybe he eat your
So,
steak somewhere else.
It was more
on top of me. What an
a-
example that was.
It's a hell of an example.
I envision you laying like this with your feet kicked in
Yeah,
back.
they're just on my
And they're
back,
on your
just
back.
having at it. Hey, Jimmy, can you pass me
Jimmy's
the
like,
steak sauce?
see,
Oh, yeah,
I don't
got you, buddy.
care. I have a salad.
Yeah,
Just eating
yeah.
salad.
So it was an extreme example of how much I don't give a fuck if you eat meat. I'm not that kind of vegetarian. Eat meat all day long. I don't give a
It doesn't
goddamn.
hurt you. Right.
But I think it's going to be fun to show you guys, maybe some skeptics or maybe some people who say, oh, you can't get all your protein from... What are you talking about, Brother Gaines? You
Was
know
that
what I mean?
Hogan? Is that Hulk Hogan?
It was somebody in the gym.
What are you talking about, Brother
It was
Gaines?
somebody in the gym. But just to have fun with this idea. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just more content out there for our audience. I think it'd be cool to get you to taste some of the stuff and go, oh fuck, man, and it has, and I again, I'm a macros counter, so I'll give you all the macros. This is how much carbs this shit has in it, protein, blah, blah, blah,
all the info.
So, and then you can look at that and go, wow, holy shit, compare that, go on like Pizza Hut or like Domino's website, look at, if I make a chicken pizza, my version, and you compare that with a chicken pizza from Pizza Hut, and look at the differences, how much protein does that have in it versus how much protein mine has in it.
Right.
Carbs, fat, etc., calories, whatever. So I think it'd be a lot of fun for everyone out there to come along with us. You know, like this is a whole journey. Like this is a journey for everybody. You know what I mean? Like we were trying a shitload of things to just keep content coming out, do what we're passionate about, and that's what I think the biggest thing is. We're not just searching for content. No, we're creating content that we actually care about and that we're passionate about, and that's going to translate over to everybody else out there watching. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Next week, look for that episode coming. We will notify everyone probably the day before it comes out. Yeah. And I definitely think it's...
That'd be cool. I'm interested in seeing how it tastes.
Yeah.
You know, the protein content. I believe you with the protein content and everything. I just want to see if I would enjoy it. Because if I were to have the choice between pizza and a vegetarian pizza or whatever, if I could get those bad numbers down.
Yeah. And two, just to have meat eating gym junkies, whatever you want to call them, have a little more respect and maybe a little more
open-mindedness.
Look at your vegetarian bodybuilders or vegetarian gym junkies. I don't know what to call them. Gym people in the gym working out,
meatheads,
getting gains, you know, doing their thing, but they're vegetarian. Oh, well, he's vegetarian. He's never going to get these kind of gains. You know what I mean? It's like, no, yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he totally can. No, because steak has this fucking thing in it that nothing else has in it. You know, shut the fuck up, okay? No, yes, it may have that one little thing that helps this part of your body over here that plants don't have in it, whatever. But I guarantee you, this guy who is on an all vegetarian diet, working out, hitting all his numbers, getting his gains, looking amazing, feeling amazing, same results, if not better results than what the guy over here in the corner eating meat has.
And that's your goal.
I want people to look at it differently, and I want people to see that not only that's one goal, not like my life goal. I want vegetarians to be looked at differently. I don't give a fuck. But I want
you got angry about I give a fuck.
I want people to look at some of these people a little bit differently. Just give them, okay, now I understand. And also, too, I want to show people how to get creative with other recipes.
With different foods,
Here's the thing. You like pizza?
It's cool.
I got a healthy pizza for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
And if you're...
It's just a healthy... Even if you just take that away, even if you don't even say vegan, vegetarian, if you just say...
Put regular chicken on it.
If you just say it's a healthy pizza...
Boom. And you don't have to eat my vegetarian chicken. You could put real chicken on the same pizza that I'm going to show you guys. And... boom. Now, don't eat it every single fucking day.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's be real here. Right. But if you want to indulge and treat yourself a little bit, but still have a high protein, low carb, low fat, good pizza, like this pizza's not going to taste like cardboard.
Right.
I promise. It's not going to taste like you're eating a fucking styrofoam plate with sauce on it. You know, no, it tastes like a fucking pizza and it tastes amazing. So anyways, that's what we got coming next week. That's a quick little plug for a show that we have that's going to be coming out on a regular basis for you guys. If you guys want to drop in the comments any ideas you have or anything you want to see us make or see me make, or if you want to torture yourself and request, no, not torture yourself, torture me by requesting that I cook meat, you could do that. I don't know if I'll cook it, but maybe he will cook it.
I'll give it a shot.
You know,
maybe.
What I mean?
No guarantees. I'm not that good of a cooker. This is more of Jimmy's thing because I'll bake my chickens and my salmons and my tilapia and my steak and my burgers. Tilapia. I'm sorry, okay. Vegetarian.
No, I don't know.
You know those vegetarians.
I don't eat fish.
Those vegetarians don't like your vernacular when you mess up the name of the fish.
I'm kidding. I don't know if it's tilapia or not.
You're disrespecting the life species. You're disrespecting the life of the fishes when you talk about them like that. You don't say it the proper way. Fishies. Baby fishies.
Yeah, so you bake.
That's going to be fun though. I'm excited because I want some high protein pizza, and I'm going to be. That's all I want. I'm good to go with that, man. That's fucking exciting, dude.
Yeah. So
I think that's
fun we got coming.
I think that's everything that we got for this episode. I mean,
is it?
I mean, I had a story, but I'm going to save that for next week. We'll see. We'll see if we're going to be ready for that story.
A cliffhanger?
It's a cliffhanger. So we're going to see about that story next week because I think it's going to correlate into a lot of what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish.
What else have we got coming up?
We have a lot of stuff coming up, so I'm finally getting back into the ring, even though it's
Oh.
Corona season and we're not technically allowed to. I found a secret spot, so I'm gonna
Secret spot.
Yep, I'm gonna be heading up to my secret spot to get some training in, and then start hitting that like twice a week, so that I'm ready to get back in the ring, man. I'm in some of the best shape that I've ever been in, and I need to take advantage of this. So I'm feeling amazing for what's coming up, for everything that's coming up, dude. Everything's going to be rolling. It just keeps rolling and it keeps getting better.
Are you going up alone, or are you bringing anybody with you?
I'm just going up alone.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going up alone. It's actually more south, so I'm going down alone.
Down alone.
Yeah, I'm going down alone.
Over alone.
I'm going. Well, yeah. I guess over alone will work.
Over
I'm
alone.
going over there.
Are you
I'm going
alone?
over. Yeah, from our location, I'm going south. So we'll see where it is. It's a secret location.
it's a
Nobody
secret
technically
location.
knows,
Nobody
but
knows.
I've already given you too much information as it is.
Fuck.
I shouldn't have done that.
Well,
Do you have anything to?
Yeah, I'm just rocking and rolling with my
How's the band? Yeah.
Band is as good as it has ever been. My guitarist just got a new guitar. My other guitarist is about to buy another guitar.
Nice.
So we got a lot of guitars. You know what I mean? Studio's great. Band is great. We got a lot of good ideas, a lot of good stuff coming. We just ordered some stuff for ourselves. That is a part of the image of the band. So I'll just leave that there. If any of you metalheads out there that are interested in that type of thing, it's about to get weird.